So every year there seems to be a smaller film that stands out amongst all the large studio, big budget blockbuster movies that come out in the summer. And this year I think it might be Upgrade. I had such a great time with this movie. I like it as a smaller independent film that had a bigger budget type feel to it. The cinematography is something that really stood out. I love the use of color contrast in the lighting, and the camera work was really meant to be its own character. I like how the stabilization changed once Stem took over the protagonist, and I really loved how precise the camera movements were in the fight scenes. It was just a breath of fresh air to see from all the other blockbuster movies with shaky cam and the editing. The editing did need a little bit of work sometimes with the fight scenes, but for overall, the fight scenes were just so amazing to watch. And with this being a smaller film, it's able to sort of tackle some themes that a larger film wouldn't really necessarily focus on. And I like that it sort of has this theme of relying too much on technology today, and it made complete sense that the protagonist was a complete technophobe, and he prefers to do things the old-fashioned way and with his hands. The film does a really great job of highlighting the pros and cons of advanced technology while they're investigating the murder of Gray's wife. The detective points out that yeah, there might be drones all over the city recording pretty much everybody's movements. Criminals can find a way around that and protect their identity from that. Something else that the film did really well was that things like self-driving cars are something that only the wealthy have, and it made a point to show you that not everybody has all the great technology, and the technology that's sort of presented in this film isn't like mainstream and not everybody can afford it. So I really like that part about the movie. Logan Marshall Green did a great job as Gray Trace in this film, especially in the small little details in his performance. When he gets Stem implanted in his spinal cord, his movements become a slightly bit more robotic, and I thought that he did a fantastic job with that. But I think what stood out to me most about his character was after he gets Stem implanted in him, he doesn't become this gigantic superhero that can deal with any situation. The first time he actually kills somebody in this film, it really affects him, and the way that he goes about the rest of the movie, he kind of takes that first kill in the back of his head and doesn't want to do more of it. I love that part about the character because you don't just get these like new abilities and this new technology, and you don't become a brand new person. You become a brand new person physically, but emotionally he was basically the same character, and I like that part about his character arc in this movie. The film has a fairly original revenge story. It does take a little bit more time in the beginning for the setup, but I enjoyed watching Gray go through the heartbreak and loss of his wife, and I didn't want to see him get Stem right away after his wife gets murdered. I wanted to see him go through the spiral and have it be sort of a last resort for him. Unfortunately, the story got less interesting to me the further it got into the movie, and there's a couple of things that Gray does that kind of contradicts themselves, and there's some plot holes in the film, and I really didn't understand a couple of character motivations, especially in a couple of twists and turns that happened near the end of the film. But despite all that, I really liked the ending to this film. It was far from what I was expecting, and it gave us something different from what other films in this genre typically do. So in the end, I think a lot of people will be surprised by this film. It's such a breath of fresh air from all the big studio blockbuster films that have been coming out. Sure, there are a couple of plot holes here and there, but the film has a bunch of other things to offer that really impressed me, and I enjoyed the crap out of this film. So I'm giving Upgrade 4 out of 5 stars. So now it's your turn. If you saw Upgrade, let me know what you thought of it in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to like and share it, and stay up to date on all the videos going up on this channel. Give the subscribe button a click, and don't forget the bell icon when you hit the subscribe. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.